Hello and welcome back here to Alma, Missouri, where we have another beautiful April day, and we are currently on episode 20 already. We are presently waiting for the poll to close, which if you have not already voted on how we will proceed in this series, there's a link down in the description and also put it down in the comments to where after the video you can go check it out and cast your vote. And as of the recording of this episode today, January 20th, it currently has in first place is to buy that farm that we toured in the last episode from our farm build. And we're going to convert this time-lapse series to this style of a let's play, but it's kind of a let's play, but we definitely aren't just like playing out. We have some plans. We have a lot of big plans for this series. All right, so that kind of summarizes what we've been working on for the series. Now let's think about our episode goals of what you want to achieve in this episode. So we have been working on the soybean field from the last episode. We got it all prepped, it's ready to go. So one thing we want to do in this episode is we want to plant our soybeans. We also want to make sure all of the animals are taken care of, our sheep and our cows. We just check the cows here and they are down to 58,000 liters. These are our beef stock cows, so we should give them some food. Let's check our dairy cows, and they're about 108,000. They're all going to be about the same because each one has the same amount of food originally and same amount of animals. So they those are good, but our beef cows, how are they in straw? Straw, they're good too. Okay, so let's head over here. Let's check out the sheep and see how they're doing. And oh yeah, they're doing great. They're doing fantastic. Tons of food. Close that door. All right, so yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. Let's start with getting some food for our cows. Now, one other thing I do want to work on in this episode, let me get this connected up. Oh, I need to back up to connect it. There we go. But one other thing I want to work on for this episode is, if we can, I also want to sell our soybeans. That does require us moving all the way up to July. If we can get everything done before then we might be able to also do that. But that's going to be kind of a bonus goal. Hopefully we can get it done. Now, as we're heading over here to get some silage for the cows, I want to talk about the field over here on the left, the wheat field. I do want to get that in this episode. We might have to do alone. We'll figure it out. Let me just get turned around here. Oh, didn't quite give myself enough room. Back up here. There we go. And oh, wait. I just realized the fill point is back here around the back. So let's head around here and get our silage all filled up. And as we were filling up with silage for our cows, I did want to mention, if you are enjoying this episode and this series, be sure and hit a like, and it really helps out a lot. And also leave a comment. Let me know what you think of how things are going. If you have any ideas or suggestions for areas we could, grow or add to production or something like that. All right, so that should be enough. So let's head back to the farm. And actually, wait a second. Let's head over here because this production, which Celobuki did a really awesome job on, and I mean, he does some job on this map, but this production is really cool too. So we are also getting methane and digestate from this. And the methane is actually worth some good money. And yeah, we should sell that because we're actually right about the highest price. So let's turn the methane to selling. Now the digestate, I'm trying to think if we should sell that. I might cart it. There is no sell point. Okay, so we should probably sell that. We could use it for fertilizing, but as you can see, we have a lot of slurry and manure. So, and they are providing more than enough fertilizer for fertilizing our fields. So we really don't have a need for the digestate. So let's head back over here to the production and set that to sell as well. It won't provide a lot of money, but every little bit helps, especially as we start looking to buy that wheat field. And there's actually a plan I have for that. So let's head back to the tractor and we'll start heading back to the farm, but we'll stop by the wheat field and talk about the plan. All right, so over here on the right is the wheat field. So let's talk about it. This small section goes all the way back there. The very end behind the trees, loops around, comes over here. And yeah, this is the large portion of the field. And it is actually pretty large. As I mentioned, it is wheat, and I think it's like about 18 acres. And you know, one reason for buying it, large amount of field means a large amount of money from the harvest. But actually the real reason I want it is this small section over here. And you're going, what? Well, yeah, so look around and you see like all the fields, which is one of the reasons this map is amazing, has these contours. Even this one has a little bit, but this one overall is pretty flat, which is awesome because I want to use it for productions. So that back part way back there, where it connects over, I plan on, you know, kind of separating this side off from that side. We'll have a field at the very back, but the front part here is going to be productions. Probably the first one we'll put in is the spinnery. As I mentioned, we want to get a spinnery. That's a prime location for it. However, we're not going to do anything until we harvest the wheat. But anyways, that is one of the areas we want to do like some expanding on in the future as we progress through the series. Another area which will probably come up before we start building the productions is up here. You see our silo bins. Like I've mentioned before, our plan is after we sell the soybeans that are in there right now is we want to tear those down, sell those, and sell the conveyors, which I think will bring more than, well, it won't bring more than enough to buy the silo complex we don't want to get, but it will help out a lot on covering the cost. But still, we need lots of money for all of this because I want to try and avoid going into any more debt until we determine if we're going to buy that farm. So let's head in here though, take care of one of our actual goals for this episode that we can achieve, and that is making happy cows. Come and get it. They don't seem very excited. Usually they come running when I bring food. Oh, whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and see this, make sure. We have 131,000 liters, so that should keep the cows plenty happy. Okay, I should look at my little to-do list, and I think that's everything for the month of April. So we need to move on to the next month so we can plant our soybeans. Before we do that, we need the items to sell from our production. So let's speed up time here. So we get past 2 o'clock to when things sell, and let's see here. That's around $50,000. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put it across the screen in editing, but yeah, that's pretty darn good. So let's head into the house and move on to the next month. All right, we are in the month of May, which means it's time to plant soybeans. And I am actually really glad that it's a beautiful, sunny and bright day because I totally forgot to check the forecast to see if we had anything in the, coming up. And thankfully we didn't. Now let's head over here. We're going to hop into the JCB and we're going to use that to get our soybeans all planted. Now regarding this JCB, I know I've mentioned before, our plan is to buy it and we will buy it at some point in the future. But right now we're going to keep leasing it just because of the cost of buying it is a lot. And the lease cost is, well, we can afford that. Just connect it up here. Yeah, but as soon as we have the money available, we will buy it. But right now we want to have all of our funds to expanding the farm with that, field purchase over there. And depending on how this vote goes with the results, which is looking like we'll be buying that farm, we're gonna need all the money we can get. So let me get this switched over to soybeans, and then there we go. Let's head out to the field and get this planted. One thing Farm Simulator, like Giants did with Farming Simulator, that I think is really good, did an excellent job on, is the details on the animations of the equipment and stuff. The level of detail you can get on it is really awesome. All right, got this lowered and turned on, so let's get started here. And that was a horrible start. Let's back up here, see if I can get that little corner especially, because I kind of missed it. Here we go, here we go. We got it. All right, so we're gonna head down here along the edge, and we're gonna do at least one headland along the sides, and we'll probably do at least two headlands on both ends of the field before we start going up and down. And look at our alfalfa. It appears to be ready to be harvested too. Ooh, I think that means we have an additional goal coming.
I want you here with me. Am I out of my mind? Or is this how it should be? You made me sing about love. So just tell me if I'm wrong. But it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Yeah! Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. A little crazy for you. Hey. A little crazy for you now. A little crazy for you now.
Well, I didn't mean to do that. Just press the wrong button. All right, I think that is everything on this field. Oh wait, that's this. There's a little patch here I evidently missed in making the turns. Okay, we are done. Also, with this field, we are actually also done with all the planting until after harvest. So, I think one thing we're going to do to kind of cut back costs a little bit is we're going to go ahead and return this planter. Now, not all of it is just the leasing costs. I actually just don't like John Deere as a brand. And yeah, my reason is, well, there's lots of reasons, but they're really expensive to repair, and kind of going with a little bit of realism there. This game, actually, I have noticed on John Deere equipment, it does have a premium price tag for repairing, which is pretty accurate to life because everything costs more with John Deere to repair. All right, so wrong buttons. Before we return it though, I want to keep the seeds and fertilizer. So let's get those unloaded. Okay, let me do it there, but there's still some fertilizer left. Let's get that out. There we go. All right, let's head over here. We're gonna park this. We do want to take it into town, but before we do that, let's get started on the alfalfa field and start mowing that, because yeah, it's ready to go. All right, so I think we're gonna use let's use the class, because it has the narrow tires, and I've kind of made this our official narrow tires tractor, which you need to have one on the farm rather than switching them out. But reason we're gonna use it for the alfalfa is the alfalfa does have crop destruction. So while we do have a front mower, there's still a chance we could drive on alfalfa and destroy it, and we don't want to do that. So let me get this turned around here, and I'll get the mowers hooked up and head out to the alfalfa field so we can get started on getting it mowed. All right, let me get this going here. Oh boy, I'm pressing wrong buttons. Again, I am having a fantastic start. Just field starts between this and the soybeans. All right, so I'm going to use the sim dashboard. There we go. One button turns on both the front and the back mower at the same time. And I have another one here for raising and lowering. Speaking of which, if you have not checked out the sim dashboard, highly recommend it. There's a mod you have to install for it to work, but if you have an Android tablet or phone, which I'm lined up here. All right. But yeah, if you have an Android tablet or phone, you can use that to basically do a whole bunch of different stuff in game, like controlling the attachments, turning on and off your engine and stuff, and pretty much everything except steering. But you can even control, like if you use a GPS mod, there's even sim dashboards for that and everything. So I highly recommend it. It provides a whole nother level of immersion into this game. And it also happens to work with a lot of other games like American Truck Simulator and others. But let me get going here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the headlands. I'll probably do 3. And then after that, we'll turn it over to a worker and let them finish off the field. So let's crank up the music and get this field done. All right, so I want to check the course play just to verify that I'm within the headlands area, and it looks like, yeah, I am way within there. I wasn't quite positive because the course play does rounded corners and I am not doing rounded corners, so I was a little worried about that. But then I should have remembered, yeah, that's right, I have a 725% overlap, so yeah, I'm way within the headlands area. All right, we should be lined up, so let's press play, and perfect. All right, so the worker's gonna tackle this field, and we're gonna head over here to the JCB and take our planter into town and return it, so we don't have to keep paying the really expensive leasing costs. I do want to mention, as we're heading over here, a reminder, be sure after this video to head over to vote, and I'll put a link down in the comments to the poll. And actually, you know, I'm thinking a little bit here. as I'm talking and driving. And we actually, there's more I want to sell. Yeah, because so for the cows over there, we are feeding them silage from our production over here. So we have the cows taken care of. For the sheep, we've been feeding them alfalfa hay, but the sheep actually don't need hay or alfalfa hay. All they need is either grass or alfalfa grass. I mean, they'll eat either one, but there's no advantage to that. Oh, you know what? Let me move these bags in here real quick. Get my little Superman moment going and put these away. All right, so where was I? Oh, yes. Cows eat silage. Sheep can eat alfalfa. Yeah, so that's pretty much the summary of where we're at here. And oh yeah, we're gonna make a big old tractor train into town. With that, we don't need to worry about making hay at all, or alfalfa hay for our cows or for the sheep. And so we can sell some of this extra equipment we have to get some more money. We still need the baler and the bell wagon, but that windrow and this tedder right here, we don't need either one of these two items. So we can sell that windrow and tedder, and then that should bring in some much needed extra money. And also I do need to talk about this too. I may have already talked about this. I think I did. But we have this lime spreader here. So I want to sell this lime spreader and get rid of it. I mean, it's been great. It's just we can actually use liquid lime on our sprayer instead. And I found that actually I kind of like that a lot better. Works better. Plus, I don't actually like spraying weeds with a sprayer. I'd rather get like a weeder. So we need to take our lime spreader into town and sell that as well. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to get everything hooked up, get it all in town, and I'm going to try and do it in one trip. Now, we have more equipment we're going to get rid of than we do tractors, but I think this one in particular, I'm not sure about the other stuff, but I think we can use my truck to haul this in. We'll have to check it out. So let me get this train wagon train, I guess it is, or I don't know, it's actually tractor wagon, I don't know. Convoy, that's the word. Let me get this convoy set up here, and let's head into town and get everything sold and returned. So we made the journey, the trek into town, and we are here. So what I'm going to do is first, let's go through these one by one. Repair. Wait, no, this is the least. I'm not going to bother doing that. All right, I think, well, this cancel the follow me. I don't know. Let's go ahead and repaint it. Sell it. Oh, yep. The vehicle was not removed. It was your trailer. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and head in the store and pick up our baler before we sell the rest of the equipment. All right, so what I'm gonna do is get this pulled around back, and what I ended up doing is I bought the baler. I also was looking in the sale prices and found a tanker, small one, but it'll be great for the farm because that'll have us a way to transport the milk once the cows start producing. But in the interim, I'm gonna go through here and get all of this equipment sold, and which should make us some good money, hopefully enough to cover what we just spent, I hope, at least. All right, we're getting our tractor train / convoy set back up here. We got our tanker and baler hooked up, and we actually came out ahead, way ahead, after selling everything. And even though we spent 60,000 on this plus the tanker, because we arrived here at $423,000 and we're leaving with 500 and almost 531,000. So we definitely, that's like $107,000 profit. Get rid of equipment we don't need and picking up new stuff. So I consider that a win. So let's get this convoy up and rolling and head back to the farm. And we are pulling back up here with our convoy, but we're going to stop here because we still have one big goal. And oh my, they are way back there. They're going a lot slower. Of course, granted, this is the JCB fast track, so it's faster because it's in the name. The name says fast, therefore it's fast. Anyways, back on our objective for this episode. The big one is getting this field here. So let's see, how much is it? 'Cause I didn't check. So it's 310,000. Well, that's great. So we don't have to take out a loan. We can just buy it. And it's going to get that. Oh boy. Oh, 310,000. That goes out the door. Bye. Oh boy. It was painful. But you know what? How much is this field? 142,000. And that's a grass field. You know what? We're going to do an impulse buy here. And this is actually in the plan to buy anyway, just not now. The reason I want to get that grass field is, well, hey, they're all here. One of the reasons, they're just slow drivers, that's all I can say. We have our silage production over there. And we're making some silage, but we have a lot of cows. And they're eating a lot of food. And I don't know if we're producing enough to keep up with the amount of cows, especially since I bought all those extra beef stock cows. So I would rather have too much silage than not enough. It's just kind of a thing. Now we're not going to get to I saw the silos there and realized we did have that extra hopeful goal of trying to sell the soybeans in the silos. And yeah, we're not going to make that. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. I'll get all the tractors and equipment put away here. Yeah, we will pick this up in our next episode. And in our next episode, we will also discuss the results from the poll and determine if we're going to buy that farm. So stay tuned for our next episode, which will be next week. And if you want to watch more Alma videos, I'll put a link here at the very top right where you can go check out a really amazing series being done by TheFarmSimGuy. And I'll also put a link in the comments for you. Well, until our next video, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you out there on the farm.